So I call him up and I'm like, hey, Mark, what's going on? He goes, dude, I told your sister to come in the fucking store with me. She didn't come into the store with me. I go into the store. I had to get some stuff. And when I came walking out of the store, my truck's gone and she's gone. I've tried calling her. I can't get a hold of her. And I say, hey, look, Mark, relax. Anybody kidnaps my sister, they're going to give her back. Like, nobody is going to keep her. There's no way.
Welcome to Get Heavy Podcast. With your host, Craig Casamas and Big J Curran.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Get Heavy Podcast.
What's happening? Welcome back.
We are doing our first official podcast of the new year. No guests tonight, just me and Jay bullshitting about hard-hitting political, cultural topics. And
Kennedy
also
2024.
already, huh?
Yeah, fuck it.
Anyway, it's been a while we haven't sat in the same room in like 3 weeks. Because we were smart and we actually banked podcasts like adults.
I was
It's
like, wait a minute,
amazing.
we had lunch yesterday.
Well, I mean, like in a podcast sitting. You know?
I know. You don't realize how much you miss it until you don't do it.
I know.
You know, it's like, fuck, man, we haven't had, anything.
Yeah. Oh, you getting the cameras there?
We good?
Beautiful.
All right.
Oh, okay. That'll work.
Yeah.
Anyway. When I came over to your house and immediately started making fun of you the other day because of your fucking horrendous Call of Duty play. I mean, it's bad. It made me miss you, actually.
I just realized
That's why I moved it. It's reflecting in the light. Yeah. It'd be all right. I got this one right at me.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Absolutely fucking horrible.
Dude, it was so fucking funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, but it's been nice, man. I missed you.
Yeah,
How's New Year's?
same,
How
man.
was New Year's? How was Christmas?
They were all right.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of different stuff. I'm not a big fan of the holidays. Not having my wife and stuff still kind of fucks me up, and just kind of everything kept happening. My kid was supposed to come down. She got sick, and I didn't get, my other kids didn't talk to me, and just rough. New Year's, I was in bed by 9:30.
Seriously, dude.
Yeah.
New Year's is it the most dog shit holiday to go out and celebrate?
No, dude.
For me,
Cinco de Mayo for sure. Wait,
or
come on,
St.
dude.
Patrick's Day is a rough one.
No, come on now.
Oh,
Come
yeah,
on.
sorry. I forgot.
At least that's legit. I mean, most Mexicans we know don't know what Cinco de Mayo
That's
is
true,
for.
actually. It's like it's white people taco night. That's what it is, dude. Yeah, it is the fucking worst.
That is, I think, the way. I mean, St. Patrick's Day is obviously a shit show.
It's a shit show.
Yeah, but New Year's Eve for me, it's the one. I worked in bars for a long time, so every New Year's Eve was at a bar, and you're with a bunch of people that are drunk and sappy and emotional, and they want to hug and do all that shit.
It's the fucking worst, dude.
I just can't do it anymore,
dude.
man.
We went, me and my wife, at 3 p.m. went down to Dargan's and met my mom because they do a ball drop at 4 p.m. for Irish time.
Yeah.
And it was amazing.
It's
I was
crazy,
like, this is the fucking New Year's that we need to celebrate. Celebrate at 4 p.m.
See,
fucking ta-da, we're
just
done.
celebrate all things Irish, and we should be pretty
that
good
what it
in
is?
general.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're just saying.
I mean, it
how
was just
fucking
nice.
awesome
It just
it
so
is.
happens that the time's really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was really nice. We were done at 4 p.m. Went to a buddy's house.
Irish time is what God intended for time to be run off of.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
That's why they fucking ran from their own country over here to the greatest fucking country on planet Earth.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
No, it is a fantastic
Couldn't even
country.
hack it in your own fucking land, you know?
No. Okay.
Fucking potatoes wiped your people out, dude. You know what it took to wipe my people out? Pompeii, dude. Mm-hmm. Fucking
but
that's
they
what's
haven't
up.
recovered. I mean, it's just gotten worse.
Greece is doing pretty good.
Come on. Really?
Yeah, they're doing really good. Yeah. They had a couple financial collapses. What's the
One or
fucking
two.
I mean, what's that?
Right now they're getting overrun by Somalis.
I think Ireland had one. They're like, they got it out of the way, and they're like, all right, no more fucking people in here. You know? We're fucking done with you. Yeah.
I was listening to an audiobook by one of my favorite authors in the whole world. Is Louis L'Amour. And it's a series called The Sackett Land, or The Sacketts. It's a family. And
Okay.
listening to his audiobooks, because he was pretty well versed in history and stuff, is just, because he's, the book was written in the mid 80s, and he's just talking about, he talks about the Irish in Ireland and the Irish coming over and when they did it and how they did it before Columbus did and how the Vikings were coming over before, like all these different, and talking about the coast and stuff like that is just absolutely, and listened to it. And he's all, talking about Africa and Spain and the Moors and all this stuff. And just talking about how, the slave trade was really all about the African tribes that would go to war with other African tribes, and instead of killing them or enslaving them themselves, would then sell them to like the Dutch or the Portuguese, and it just you're like, golly, man, and dude, it's all stuff we're not supposed to talk about anymore, I guess. But
I heard a crazy statistic about slavery the other day. It fucking fucked me up because it was it was, if you were to stack every slave that was sold during slavery from Africa, you could walk on the backs of slaves from Africa to North America and never touch the water.
Wow.
Fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, and I don't know how true that is, but it's fuck. That was a really, I was like, whoa, what the? I mean, we all know slavery's fucking horrendous in every aspect, but
and it still goes
when
on.
you think about that amount of fucking people, you're like, Jesus, dude.
Well, the same, and not the same, but with the Irish coming over here and the Italians coming over here, how many people were like, well, we need to go someplace else where we can eat.
Yeah.
We need to get out of this little,
It's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, we live in such a better time.
Yeah. Yeah. Although wild shit happens, and I've been waiting to tell you this story.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, dude. My sister got kidnapped in Vegas on Saturday.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. I everything ended up working out, but it was, I'm sitting there at the house, and one of my nieces calls me up, Candace Ray. Shout out to Candace. She listens to the podcast weekly. She loves it. But Candace Ray calls me up.
Telling?
Yeah. Okay. This is what I've been waiting. Oh, yeah. Okay. Everything worked out.
All right.
So my one of my nieces calls me up and says, "Hey, man, have you talked to Church, my brother-in-law, Church Dog Mark?" And I'm like, "No, why? What's up?" Because I could tell the panic in her voice. She goes, "You need to call him right now." So I'm like, okay. So I hang up the phone, and my sister's our patriarch of the family, or matriarch of the family. So she's everything, you know. And so I call him up, and I'm like, "Hey, Mark, what's going on?" He goes, "Dude," he goes, I told your sister to come in the fucking store with me. She didn't come into the store with me. I go into the store. I had to get some stuff. And when I came walking out of the store, my truck's gone and she's gone. I've tried calling her. I can't get a hold of her. And I say, "Hey, look, Mark, relax. Anybody kidnaps my sister, they're going to give her back. Like, nobody is going to keep her. There's no way, like you don't have to worry about it."
You remind me to never fucking call you in an emergency.
So, and that really is, I swear to God, that's what I said. So then I said, "Hey, look, man, I'll start talking to the family and we'll get stuff figured out." And, I called my brother up, and we started, immediately prepping how this was going to go down. And so I'm pacing back and forth in the house. Like, I'm just literally walking from the front door to the backyard, front door to the backyard, and all the stuff that I've gone through. I'm just like, man, losing my sister would be, it'd be. So I grab the dog and I take off, and we walk down to the park, and I'm throwing the ball for her at like 9:00 at night. I'm throwing the ball, and calling my nieces and talking to all of them and making sure everybody's okay and trying to get it figured out. And then I get a call from my one of my nieces and says, "Hey, you need to call Mark right now." And I went, "Okay." So I call Mark back. I go, "Hey, dog, what's up?" He's like, "God damn it." He goes, "I went out the wrong entrance." No!
No, dude. No.
Yeah, that old son of a bitch walked
No
off the wrong
fucking
entrance.
way.
Yeah. My sister was on the other side of the fucking Walmart,
dude.
sitting in the car playing on her phone.
Not answering.
Oh my god.
Oh, fuck,
Oh.
man. Whew, that was a doozy. Holy shit.
Yeah.
So he's in a full panic getting to the
dude,
car.
man.
And your sister has no idea what's going on.
My brother-in-law's been in and out of prison. We've been through a lot of stuff together. You know, we've all been a very tight family for a very long time. He is so much more than my brother-in-law to me.
God damn.
And I've never heard him in panic like that.
Yeah,
you know, because
100%, dude,
he's
yeah.
just, he's gone through it. So
Totally.
but man, you could hear the stress in his voice. You could hear everything. And I'm like, I bet you don't talk shit about my sister for a little while now, huh? I don't know how many times I walk into the house like, man, your fucking sister,
Dude,
dude.
your
One of
poor
these days,
sister.
I'm going to kill her. Your fucking sister just drives me fucking nuts. Yeah, she's your old lady, man.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah.
So she has no idea that this whole panic's going on.
No,
Why is
she
she
has no
not
idea.
answering the phone? That would have been my immediate.
She just doesn't, I don't.
Not the 100 texts like, oh my God, where the fuck are you?
She's on vacation.
Okay.
You
From
know what
him,
I mean?
from her own husband?
No, but she is on vacation.
Okay.
They're actually
Yeah.
kind of a vacation. A friend of ours is terminal and he's going to die here soon.
Okay.
So that's what they went out there for. It's one of his best friends. So
Got it.
That's really why they went out there. But
Fuck, dude.
yeah, she had
I would
no
have made
clue
that,
what was going on.
I would have made that 100% about me so fucking fast as soon as I found out everything was fine.
Yeah.
Dude, like the amount of how mad my wife is sometimes when she has a bad dream about me, finding out like something like that in real life, dude, I think I'd lose it. You know what I mean?
It was very triggering.
Dude,
It was not easy to deal with
That's
at all.
brutal.
I was really contemplating what I was going to be doing in life after that. Because it was.
I was
not,
like, dude, did they give her back? Like,
yeah,
fuck?
yeah.
oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, and
It's-
so
yeah.
so my sister and Mark aren't going to hear this, but never mind. We'll talk about that.
Okay. Yeah, save that.
We'll talk. After
We all
this.
know that we have the ability to throw our fins and family under the bus.
Oh, dude,
No problem.
And we also,
Yeah.
we'll say some extremely inappropriate shit to each other.
Oh
that-
God. the point at which
this
we're
is one of
talking
those
sometimes
moments.
and we go, is it record? Oh, it wasn't recording.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Thank God it's not recording, dude. Yeah. That's what you're gonna get on the Patreon.
Yeah,
that shit.
There's some shit that we were saying that I wouldn't even put on the Patreon. Because somebody might record that shit and then play it back for somebody to hear, and it does not sound nearly as funny as we think it is.
Not at all. But that's what. Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad your sister's okay.
Oh,
I'm
my
glad,
God, dude.
And
Yeah.
I could see that because Vegas is a fucking nightmare. Like,
Yeah.
you can get lost in a Vegas hotel so fast, or
Yeah.
a casino, and not know which way you're fucking walking.
And Mark's old as fuck. He's old. He could barely walk.
Oh, fuck, that's crazy. Have you ever lost somebody like that? Like, I lost my kid once in a store, and that fucking dude, whoa, that freaks you the fuck out, dude.
Not that I can really think of. No.
Yeah, and it was only for minutes. You know what I mean? But the amount of fucking panic that goes through your brain at that moment when you realize something could be fucking horrendously wrong. You're like, my God.
I've dealt with that on the most extreme level possible.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I mean, so yeah, there is
I
that.
guess that's true.
Yeah.
God, every fucking thing comes back. I mean, Jesus, I can't say shit.
Hey man, it's
true.
I've had a pretty
Triggered.
pretty fucking
Triggered.
crazy fucking life.
Yeah,
I remember I lost my dog. That was
that
one of those
That's
things
a
where
shitty feeling.
Yeah.
Dude. God, that sucks.
So Gypsy is Gypsy 2. She's not Gypsy 1. I have a new dog if we haven't talked about it.
Yeah, I don't know. If we have. I'm sure we've talked about it.
I've got a beautiful Australian Shepherd pup, and I had another one before this, and that's Gypsy 1, and this is Gypsy 2. And Gypsy 1 would take off on me, wouldn't come back, and I was over on the avenue and she took off one day and disappeared for like 2 weeks.
Oh, God.
And finally somebody called me up and said, hey, there's a reward for your dog. I might have it. And I had to go to El Rio to pick it up. And it was, anyway, the house was a ghetto ass house and all this shit. And so I gave him a couple $100 and I got my dog back.
Yeah.
That dog never, not once ever left my side after that.
Oh, yeah.
I could never walk around with a leash, never know nothing. That dog
like not
never,
leaving.
she's like, I fucked up. I am so sorry.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I don't think my dog would want to come back. My dog would be like, I'm good here, whatever the fuck's going on, dude. He's jumping in pizza guys' cars. He didn't give a fuck, dude. He's out. Although,
He's trying to go.
You know what's fucking me up, dude, is we've talked about my 4-year-old is out of his fucking mind, or 5-year-old now, is out of his mind. And this little shithead has changed the name for every single fucking thing in our house, dude. And it's getting to the point where it's like, it's fucking chaos, dude.
Yeah.
I know I've talked about this on a parenting podcast, but he's Park Ranger Bronson. He's really into dinosaurs. So we got Park Ranger Bronson, mom, Park Ranger dad, blah, blah, blah. Everyone's a park ranger, right? And you cannot fucking say, Dad, mom, hey, go tell your mom. He's like, Park Ranger mom. And you're like, fucking Park Ranger mom, dude. So anyway, the house is Dino HQ. The fucking truck's Dino truck. You know what I mean? Everything. And this little fuck the other day goes, hey, dog's name's Wiggles now. And I'm like, fuck, dude. I'm like, no, we're not calling the dog Wiggles. He's on, it's Wiggles. And he is chasing this dog around with a bone because now he's his best friend.
Yeah.
And he's like, here, Wiggles. And Jasper's like, what the fuck are you talking to, dude? And this fucking, I can't fucking say Jasper anymore. He's like, Wiggles. Like, you hear him from the back room. You're like, it's not fucking Wiggles, dude. This dog's name is not fucking Wiggles, okay? Name the cat something. That's fine.
Jasper is anything but a Wiggles.
This fucking 5-year-old's ruining our lives, dude. You can't say a fucking thing in this house. Yeah, so now we got Wiggles.
Yeah.
It's
God.
like, this poor dog is going to get a full name change at 7 years old.
That's awesome.
God damn it, dude. It's out of his fucking mind.
Went for a walk down on the promenade today. And right before I got out of the car, I ate like a quarter of an edible.
Ooh,
it was
nice.
like 2.5 and get down on the promenade and I'm walking along and get to the end and I'm coming back and did that whole stop and look at the water and you're just sitting there and then just realize it. Been standing here maybe a little bit too long. Just
You like hit a time warp.
Yeah, okay.
The dog's all.
She
fuck?
sat there with me, just staring at the water.
Yeah.
She was looking at pigeons, man.
Yeah.
So beautiful out though.
God,
Cold, but
I know.
beautiful.
Especially after that fucking crazy storm, dude.
Yeah, dude.
We didn't
That
even,
was nuts,
yeah.
man.
That was wild. I'm sure you guys have seen the footage from Pierpont. It was on national fucking news.
Pierpont wasn't anything.
Well, yeah, compared to
when
some of the cities up north, San Jose and all that,
What is it? Is it just because it's Wainimi that nobody gives a shit about it?
Literally nobody gives a
Nobody
shit.
cares.
Yeah.
Surfside.
You've spent half of every podcast shitting on Wainimi.
I still shit on Wainimi, dude. It's a
Yeah,
fucking
they got
shithole.
fucking flooded,
Dude,
Yeah, it was
the
gnarly.
Bubbling Springs overflowed completely. Surfside, was it Surfside 1, Kenny?
3.
Surfside 3
Yeah.
got flooded completely. My boy has a Dodge truck, lifted, badass, nice Dodge truck, and the water was up above in his cab.
No
Was
fucking
flooded
way.
out. They're going to
Because of the waves, or are you talking about that rainstorm?
because what happened was the rainstorm was like a perfect little fuck up. Like just everything kind of hit at the same time. So we had a gnarly rainstorm at the same time. We had a plus tide.
Yeah.
So we had like a
King
plus
tide,
3,
they
plus
called
4
it.
tide.
Right.
Our sump did not work. The sump
Is it-
Well, no, the sumps didn't work because everything got flooded out because it could not generate enough to get it overflow because we had a plus tide. So we had a plus like 4, plus 5 tide. We had a super tide that came in. So
Yeah.
everything flows out to the water. All Bubbling
Right.
Springs.
So there's nothing flowing to the
Channel
out into the
Islands.
ocean,
So
yeah.
nothing was
Yeah,
flowing.
that makes sense.
Because working at the port, I was talking to the guys in Wainimi, and they're all, look, nothing. There was
What's
no
it going to pump to?
Yeah, that's why
Yeah.
normally everything flows down Channel Islands. I mean,
Right.
there was cars stuck just parked in the
Yeah.
middle of Channel Islands in one direction side by side, just sitting there with nobody in it. There was a little car parked up on the grass, like going up into one of the steps on one of the Bulker apartment houses. Just a car parked up in the grass that could there was a truck that was in the Barranca right there in the channel when I was going to work that morning.
Yeah.
You know, it just everything because of the plus tide, there was nowhere for anything to drain because
Right.
everything drains
That
towards
makes
the
sense.
water.
Yeah,
you
that
know,
makes sense.
I mean, the port was flooded out.
Really?
You know? Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
wow.
I was running pumps all day, and it was gnarly, man.
I've done that shit so much. I hate that.
When it starts getting you
Pumping
gotta pump,
water, dude. Oh my god.
and it only happens when it's freezing cold out, and there's no way like you guys can
Yeah.
think that you know those guys on Deadliest Catch with all that stuff they're wearing, they're not dry.
No.
You just let that water get in there, and then hopefully it gets warm enough to where you just ignore it and it just kind of stays there.
It's
But
miserable. Dude.
yeah, so it was running pumps and pulling up stuff, and it was wonderful.
It's the rain makes such a fucking gnarly work day, especially if you work outside. You know, like me and you do. It's
or we get hit and you get hit hard.
yeah, you get hard.
You know,
dude.
usually for like you guys, well, you were running job sites and stuff.
Yeah.
So you can't necessarily leave, but
No,
a lot of those
yeah.
guys go,
Later.
there's
Yeah.
5 raindrops I just counted in a 4-inch circle. We're out, and literally they'll do that.
Yeah.
They'll draw a circle on the ground, and if they get a certain amount of raindrops in that circle,
It's a real
the job's a wrap.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
funny. Well, I used to pull out my union card and then let it get wet. I'm like, my union card's wet. I'm fucking out of here, dude. Sorry. Job's done. Job's done for the day.
That's about right.
You know?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
no, when it rained for me, when I was out in the freeways, it fucking 10 times the amount of work for me. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like as a boss, I always had to be calling guys and checking on shit. Fucking nightmare, dude. But now I don't. I just get to look from my office and go, it's pretty wet, dude. It's pretty wet out there.
I got these videos I need to edit.
Totally. So it's nice.
Let me send some more inappropriate shit to Jay.
But yeah, man, I mean, yeah, for sure. That's when the reels really start coming in.
Yeah, it's so much fun.
Yeah, I wondered. I mean, I know global warming is a real thing and it happens. You know what I mean? It's how much we've obviously affected it, but holy fuck, you wonder. It's every year it's been getting worse and worse and worse. The rains are getting worse. Or we get an extreme drought and don't get a drop for 10 years. You know what I mean? You're like, this could get bad, dude.
Yeah.
It can get real fucking bad pretty quick.
It
And you realize no one's prepared for it.
No.
You know what I mean? No matter what the city does, you can't fucking.
There's places that are prepared for it, but we just don't live anywhere near cities that are prepared
That's
for
what I'm
shit.
saying,
Yeah. There's definitely places that are ready to go when there's emergency situations, but
Yeah.
we're so overrun with people that there's no, you're not going to get a group of people together and go, okay, we need to make sure that we have these pumps so that we can get this taken
Sure.
care of. But if you're living in, Montana somewhere,
Yeah,
you
get actual seasons. and
Yeah,
rain
exactly.
And water, yeah, it's true.
you have
just
to
Southern
help
California,
each
I
other.
guess. Well,
Yeah.
It'd all be in
or
the sea.
Seattle or Oregon or New York or, I don't
Yeah.
Texas.
Yeah, they're not prepared for it.
No,
Not
obviously they just keep getting flooded.
Yeah, it's wild, man. I wonder how much in like 10 years. I wonder what it's like. It's nuclear winter. We're just staying. Don't
Well, it
even
might
fucking-
literally be
don't
nuclear
even-
by that time,
Yeah,
regardless.
that's what I'm saying,
You
yeah.
know, I mean, you keep hearing all the different things that are going on, but we're all so intertwined with each other that China supplies us with so much stuff that we have to have, and that was
Yeah.
obvious during COVID. You know, but the same thing on the flip side of that is we support, like we give them food and so
Yeah.
much other
Yeah.
stuff that they need.
Yeah.
That like how is it we're going to go to war? Like how, I mean,
We're gonna go to war with China
yeah, I mean that's been
as soon as possible,
Yeah.
motherfucker.
huh?
Lasers.
Yeah, well,
Lasers.
yes.
Thank God Kenny's here.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, no, I just
Kenny
heard,
should try using his mic. I don't
Yeah,
know if
you
he
got a mic,
realizes- I know that.
by the way.
There you go. Thank you, buddy. Thank you.
I just read an article today that China is starting to put fucking tariffs on us now for tech shit being imported to them. Like the shit that they're manufacturing, they're going to start putting like tariffs and sanctions on certain tech items that they're giving to us that we're making them build, basically, was the headline. I'm going to be very honest. I read about 6 sentences in this thing, but
Yeah.
could be fucking propaganda, but probably
it just all depends on who's writing it. But I mean, that was one of the things that the Cheeto Head was talking about, and everybody kind of was like if you were on the left, you were talking like, "What are you doing?" But one of the things that he was like, "We need to stop this and start putting tariffs and stuff on stuff that that gets shipped in from China and make it and everybody kind of poo-pooed on it, but it is a real thing.
Yeah, I mean, and it's all completely being overshadowed by Epstein, dude. Oh God, fuck! Have you seen any of this shit?
Oh my!
Have you been following it?
Yeah, I have been a little bit.
Yeah,
but it's just there's so much other stuff going on that's mind blowing as well. Yeah. That it's just kind of so underwhelming. Nothing's going to happen.
Nothing's going to happen.
They just keep
even
talking
though
about
Bill
it.
Clinton was mentioned. Oh Jesus!
Oh hey!
Fuck.
Wow!
You can't throw keys on the table, dude.
Man.
Oh, speaking of fucking preference, that's right. I'm gonna get into this in a sec.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fucking Bill Clinton in the court documents is mentioned 56 times.
Yeah.
Right? There's only 2 names that were redacted from the actual court documents. I don't know who they are, but they started releasing the people, that are involved, and it's everyone you would assume, right?
Yeah.
Fucking Gates, all the fucking creepy crawlies, right? But Bill Clinton is mentioned 56 times, and the fascinating thing is, and Tim Dillon brought this up, which I started noticing, but he commented on it first, is that every single fucking news station, have you seen this? They are leading the Epstein story with, okay, well, they're starting to release the names, but just remember that because they're listed in the documents doesn't necessarily mean they're guilty.
Well, yeah, because they have to though.
Well, yeah,
and,
of course.
But also, and I don't know this, but like Hawkins and how all the jokes about how he went, but
yeah.
So what did he go for?
Oh,
what was
you don't
he
know?
doing?
You haven't heard?
Well, no, but I don't believe.
Oh, I believe it. Kenny, have you heard this one? So he would go there.
Charged up his wheelchair?
No, this is in the documented court thing. As far as I've read, that he would. This is the fucking best. He would go there and have little people naked doing complicated math on chalkboards. That's what he would do at Epstein's Island. I'm not fucking joking, dude. I'm not kidding. He can't fuck anybody.
Look, man, I don't.
It's so fucking good. You can't fucking it's too good, dude.
So
do some googling. See if you can look that up. Let's see if we can find that.
We don't. This is.
No, that.
Oh my god, dude.
That's what was in the documents. That's what we're running with. Stephen
Hawking.
Stephen Hawking's watch little people do math.
Stephen Hawking Island math.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm dude.
It's honestly a lot.
Stephen Hawking laying pipe on Epstein's Island.
But the whole thing about that is obviously the dude was fucked up from the neck down.
Yeah, but dude, what would you do besides? I mean, how fucking more entertained could you be than naked little people doing complicated black hole math on a fucking chalkboard, dude?
And it's what I
love it.
And everybody has fantasies and ideas and stuff that they think is funny, and they stuff that's entertaining,
mm-hmm.
and it's like when Duck Dynasty first came out.
Mm-hmm.
Duck Dynasty was the shit when it first came out.
I loved it.
It was awesome until it just went full Christian.
Oh, yeah.
But when it first came out, it was a bunch of rich dudes that had the money to do all of the shit that we want to do
100%.
but don't have the money. So there's another level of that.
Oh,
of
there's
people
many levels
that can
above
do
that.
whatever they want.
Yeah.
And that's what's going on.
Yeah. Well, that's what he was doing out there, dude. That's what he would do.
That's awesome.
Little people naked doing complicated math on fucking chalkboards. Dude. You find any validity to that, Kitty?
It's if anything, it's the mainstream. It's mainstream news
Debunking it, saying
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
saying it's bullshit.
Yeah, there's so many memes
Yeah.
about it, dude. And I saw like a court, like one of the documents from the court could have been made up, but man, I'm going all in on that one, dude.
Yeah.
I'm going all in because if anything, one of the smartest humans that's ever existed is a pile of fucking flesh. Can't fucking move, can't do shit.
Yeah. But wants to watch little people do math.
Let him have it, dude.
Wow. Yeah. No. Hey. Yep.
Can you imagine how long the sentence was to type to fucking have to even make that fucking request, dude?
It's an SNL skit.
I know. It's incredible, dude.
So, have you watched the Club Shay Shay
No, what's that?
with Katt Williams?
Oh, dude, I've watched a lot of clips.
Wow.
Holy shit! Yeah,
I watched.
Did you watch the actual interview?
I watched about an hour of it.
Did you?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah. I don't know what to think,
Yeah,
man.
he's pissed off a lot of fucking people, dude.
He's also he's a genius.
Sure.
He literally
Yeah.
is like
He
genius
is
level
one of the
IQ.
funniest fucking. I mean,
But not just that.
yeah.
Like literally,
Yeah.
genius IQ.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, like he was like high level reading at like 8, 9 years
Okay.
old, and like he's really truly that intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a hard time with it because I love him to death.
Sure.
And I really could give one shits about Steve Harvey,
Yeah.
you know. And I think Cedric the Entertainer's a good guy,
Yeah.
you know, and which he's saying he plagiarized him on a joke or two.
And I watched the skit Steve Harvey did, the bit.
Yeah, I did
And
too.
the Mark Cooper, Mr. Cooper, identical.
Mark Curry.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Mark Curry, identical fucking
Yeah.
bits.
Yeah, yeah.
That has true validity.
I've
You know
seen.
what I mean?
Look, I'm not disagreeing with that in any way, shape, or form. But my whole thing behind it is while it could be true what he was saying, the way he was saying it and how he was putting it out there, a lot of it kind of came off very bitter and haterish.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, it wasn't
hate,
dude, it wasn't like he wasn't. He was just having a moment,
dude. Yeah,
you know, and
yeah. He had his Kanye moment on that fucking podcast.
yeah,
you know,
yeah, but
said all the things that his brain has thought. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I mean, for entertainment purposes, for that to be like the first thing to go viral in 2024, you know what I mean? Just someone being petty as fuck.
very petty.
I love it, dude.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love it. It's like, because the shit he said about Ludacris and then the Illuminati shit and
Yeah.
all that stuff, it's like, you know, I don't know. And the stuff he said about
favorite-
Friday and Ice Cube and all that.
Oh
you
yeah,
know what I mean?
that
It's
was
like, yeah.
that comedian. I can't think of his name right now, but that's what I started
Chris
watching
Tucker?
at that part. It wasn't Chris Tucker.
okay.
It was the guy that played Santa Claus in the third one.
Mike
And-
Epps.
No, Mike Epps played something else.
Someone
his
else, yeah.
cousin.
Anyway.
I can't think of the guy's name. Smiley, something
Okay.
Smiley.
Yeah, yeah.
Chris Smiley. But
Something
anyways,
Smiley,
he was
yeah.
the one that played Santa Claus, and he was saying that he was supposed to be Katt Williams' part, and
Okay.
the pimp and all this shit.
Right.
And Katt's all, you know,
I am the pimp.
yeah, exactly. That was my character.
Right, right.
You know, and he just got into all that, but
Yeah. The backlash has been wild, dude.
that's been nuts, man. And
wonder-
seeing the different stuff, like I was reading one guy that was like, "Hey, man, just here's a little heads up so you guys understand that like Katt Williams pays his middle act and stuff,
Yeah.
and he pays them a lot of money.
Yeah.
He helped raise 7 kids that aren't his that he
Right.
adopted, and only has one of his own, and just kept going on about all the good
Right.
shit that he said. And it's like, hey, man, what he said wasn't a lie. It's just how he said it.
Sure.
And that's all I want to say. That's what the guy was like, and that's all I want to say. My favorite thing of that whole interview was when what's his name? Shannon Sharp?
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
never seen the show, so I
It's
didn't.
okay.
It
He's
was
a
the first
famous
for
football
me.
player, and so
Yeah.
he came. He said, "Oh, so you ask, Katt Williams. Katt was saying how he plays golf,
Uh-huh.
and he goes, I play golf. I like playing golf. I'm good
Yeah.
at golf." And Shannon, oh, really? He goes, you play off the back tees, meaning you play off the blue tees or the pro tees.
Oh.
And he goes, you don't get anything extra for that. He goes, why would you go back?
Oh, okay.
It don't cost me anything to play off of the closer tees. Why would I then go back?
Yeah.
I don't have nothing to prove. I'll play from the women's tees.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude. I was like,
so
that's
fucking
right.
funny,
That's
man.
right.
Yeah, he had a full. I mean, it was I've probably watched 20 clips of it, with different stuff, and I haven't watched the full thing because I don't need to. It's a lot of a world that is not like my world. Like besides the hip hop shit and Friday, and it's interesting. But when you start claiming it's like I don't know, man. It could be a little it's a little much, But
Yeah.
But I mean, all things could be true at the same time. This guy could be telling the truth about every single fucking thing he said.
It sounds like he's telling the truth.
He could be out of his fucking mind.
I've followed a lot of it, and I've looked
Yeah.
into a lot of it because it's way more interesting to me than the Epstein shit.
Yeah,
I mean, way more interesting.
Yeah, the
and
shit
so
he said was wild.
It was really, really wild. But then there's a lot of people that are going, well, it's like what the Mexican comedian, been around forever, super popular, Lopez.
Oh, George Lopez.
George Lopez.
Yeah.
He said some shit about it. Who gives a shit about this comedian? Like, who is this? Nobody cares about this kid.
Oh.
And it was Barbados or the new comedian.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ralph.
Yeah.
Barbosa or something.
Ralph Barbosa.
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
talking shit about him.
Yeah.
Like fuck this kid. But it's just that mentality.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, because
Steve
people
just
see
wanted to
that
come
shit
up.
as a threat to them.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And especially when, you come, like George Lopez came from that era where there wasn't room for anybody.
And there was a lot of bitterness.
I'm sure. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And George Lopez has earned his spot, and I'm
Yeah.
sure he wants to keep it, But that you see that a lot from the old guard, right? That scarcity, fucking like mentality where there's only enough room for certain people,
Yeah.
And it could be because of that's how it worked back then. You could get a late night spot, and then you were fucking, like a TV, Carson or whatever, and now you had a thing. But now it's like, dude, that kid had a fucking wildly successful Netflix special just came out.
He's
very
hilarious,
funny. Yeah,
dude.
He's really funny.
He is. And I was listening to George Lopez's podcast.
Yeah.
And it fairly entertaining podcast.
Yeah.
It was good. But
Yeah.
once I heard Barbosa and heard what he said, like, who is this punk? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He didn't call him a punk, but like, wow, nobody cares about this kid. He'll be
Right.
gone. I was like, oh shit, okay. You're
Yeah,
one
but
of those
that's
dudes, man.
that mentality exists, man.
Yeah,
It
but I'm
exists
not
in
supporting
every
it.
fucking
So
thing.
I just quit. I
Yeah,
quit.
stop.
I haven't listened to his podcast since the
Oh,
second I
really?
heard about that.
That's
Yeah,
wild,
fuck
dude,
you,
yeah.
dude.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
I there's other people around that I could watch. I'll watch Kill Tony on
God,
repeat. That is.
It's a great show. Yeah.
It shouldn't. It's the best. It's so good and so fun.
Yeah.
We watched it for like 3 hours the other night.
Yeah.
Man, of just nonstop tears,
It's just so
laughing.
good, dude.
Yeah.
There's they just had their New Year's Eve special, I guess. I don't know if it's out yet, but I've been seeing clips from it. They did it at a big, fucking
think
huge
they did it.
arena or whatever. Fuck, it looks so good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to check that out. But yeah, I don't know. That scarcity mentality is so, it's very odd to me. You know what I mean? Because everyone acts like they don't have it until until the new guard is coming in and they seem to be fucking doing well. You know what I mean? I don't get it, but that's an old school fucking mentality, dude. And those people are going to fall by the wayside.
Yeah, no,
and Katt
exactly.
Williams had, there's a lot of those things that he said that he's independently wealthy. No one owns any of his shit.
None of it.
You know what I mean? And
They did,
that's
like,
fucking
what, 19
amazing.
specials, I think they said.
I don't know how many, but yeah, I mean, I remember the big one. I can't remember.
Dude, the
Fuck, I can't remember the name of it now, but
Cryptochronic cut like cut.
yeah. But that kind of shit, like I get on board with. I'm like, dude, taking a chance on yourself and owning your shit and fucking never letting it like that rapper I told you about him the other day, that rapper Prof, who I'm a big fan of.
Yeah,
dude.
he's awesome.
White dude, really good. All the songs are great. He posted this video and he's like, yeah, man, it's a fucking pop the bottle night. Like I've been in talks with all these major fucking corporations, and they want to buy my whole entire catalog for basically fuck you money. You know what I mean? Like more money than I've ever heard of in my entire life. And he's like, you know what? And fuck them. I ain't selling none of it. I'm keeping all the rights to all my music. You know, it was like, and that was that will make me get behind your ass.
Yeah,
dude. You know
100%.
Because it's that shit
Dude,
is awesome.
I don't, I'll go see Ralph Barbosa.
Yeah.
And I like George Lopez. I've watched all of his specials. He's funnier and shit.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to go pay to go see a show anymore.
Yeah, I guess,
You know?
that's what you get for being an old bitter fuck, you know?
That Katt Williams special. Hey, look up Katt Williams #1 special.
Yeah.
That Katt Williams special, me and Harvey, my best friend,
So
were over
good,
on Day Road.
Yeah.
And we had were going through this time of we just were watching stand up all the time. Like I'd just go over to his house, we'd sit there, get stoned and watch. And we started to watch this specific special. And I said, man, I was telling him a story about just getting so stoned and then having to drive. And then you realize that you're driving down the road doing like 20 miles an hour and it's 65 mile an hour speed limit.
It's insane.
And we,
Yeah, what was his
what's that one right there? Is it? No, next one down.
Don't do a video search, just do a Google search.
Yeah.
Katt
So
Williams
anyways,
#1 special.
so
Or biggest special.
Harvey and I were
It's KAT.
sitting there watching this special, and then my niece Sydney calls me up, says, "Hey, Uncle, I'm up here at Atlanta, and I'm kind of stuck. Can you come give me a ride home?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So me and Harvey, just stoned, sober, we're higher than fuck on weed, but nothing else. So
Yeah.
we're like, "Okay, yeah, we'll come get you." We hop in that Cadillac van and we go up Day Road to Foothill and then take Foothill towards Atalanta.
Yeah.
And when we're doing maybe 10 miles an hour, we're laughing. We're both just stoned in the car. Just exactly what I said. Hey, man, we got to be careful that this doesn't happen. And sure as shit, man, I wasn't doing 10 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Going down Foothill to Atalanta, man. It was hilarious.
It's so good, man.
So anyways, yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I can't remember what the name is. Kenny, what happened? Did all this making this soap fucking get to your head?
That's how I
You making bath
Here,
salts now?
let me get Kenny hit me up. And this is why I love this man so much. Because not only is he an amazing conspiracy theorist, he's a fucking bomb maker. He's a fucking, like, basically a lone wolf, right? A future lone wolf, which we love about him. But this motherfucker sends me a picture of soap that he's making now the other day. And I was like, God damn it, you're hired, man.
So what's
I
getting
love
you,
it.
what's getting you into soap here, Kenny? Besides you're from Wainebe, you need to wash your ass.
Recession proof?
part-time job.
Oh, okay. All right. So where are you going to sell it?
Hotels and adult bookstores. It's called the Decuderizer.
Oh, it's for your pussy?
That's
Or your butthole?
PH sounds. Yes.
It does. It's scentless.
Okay, it's homemade, organic, everything soap, which stands for hose.
Oh, I love
Yeah,
it.
you got to get the labeling right, and it'll be
Yeah,
fucking.
dude, you gotta fucking. I asked him the first thing I sent him. I said,
Edit that out.
Is it made out of human fat? You know, like Fight Club style. And he's like, that's next. Well, good job. Hit up Kenny if you need some soap. I guarantee it probably won't give you a rash. Right?
Absolutely not. It's just coconut oil and aloe.
There you go. That's what's up,
Perfect.
dude. That's beautiful.
Looking forward to the live event coming up.
Me too.
Yeah. So when this gets released, it'll be the week after this.
Yeah, it will.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, it'll be 1 week away. We're riding up on our 200th episode, dude.
I know.
It's pretty wild.
It's fucking crazy.
You know what I mean?
It doesn't seem like we've been doing this for 2
Not
years.
at all. It really doesn't. I
You
was surprised
Yeah.
when I started thinking about it. I was like, oh, fuck, dude.
Yeah.
We're coming up. So you guys have seen the ad at the beginning of this podcast, so we'll spare you all the shit, but it's going to be a great fucking time.
Yes.
Please show up. What else is going on in the world, Jay? We got Katt Williams out here running wild. We got Epstein list coming. We got fucking future wars starting left and right.
That's all just nuts, man. It really is. How quickly everybody's like, "Ah, fuck Ukraine,"
Yeah.
and then how many people are on board with whichever side they're on wholeheartedly, and the other side is garbage.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter which way you go. You know, it's everybody. If you're from Israel, you're garbage.
Yeah.
You know, fuck all Jews or whatever they're saying. Death to
Clip
all
it.
Jews. Yeah.
Clip it.
Oh, God. and then
Go ahead, get the other one in,
and then
so we can clip that.
Yeah, getting it and talking about Palestine, like, you know, it's all just so wild.
It's so scary,
man,
dude.
You know,
Yeah.
And the more we're getting into it, you know, Iran is doing everything they can to push everybody at us, and then they're kind of just going, don't pay attention that we're re-upping our nuclear game. You know,
it's gonna get wild, dude.
Oh.
I think 2024 is gonna be a wild fucking year.
Well, at least if that happens, we have either Biden or fucking Trump as our president running. So at the end of it, we'll get one of these guys to help settle it. You know,
Kennedy.
Yeah. So we're gonna get into Kennedy a bunch. I'm gonna try not to burn it out too much.
Yeah,
but
it'll happen.
Watching those clips of this shit that this guy's saying, how everybody's not going, well, maybe, but it's nuts hearing how people on the right and people on the left that are kind of more out there on the outs are like, you know, he doesn't stand a chance.
Yeah,
he's garbage. He's a hoax, vax hoax, and
just all that shit.
Just wild.
You watch one interview, you'd be like, oh, he's actually says some pretty okay shit, but you still got a fucking year, dude. You know what I mean? I think. I don't know. I mean, they're trying to indict the fuck out of Trump, right? Doesn't seem to be working, but he's going on trial, I think, soon. He has to go to court, you know what I mean? And he's also going to have his campaign advisor testifying against him. And that's not looking good, dude. You know what I mean? Like, that's not looking good. You know what I mean?
But
this is the guy that was his right-hand man for the whole entire fucking thing, you know?
I honestly... Whatever happens with Trump is what's going to happen with Trump.
I think they're going to fucking kill him.
But
if they can't try him and throw him in jail, they're going to kill him.
I think it's just all a farce. I think that the puppet masters above both of them are just going, man, we'll just keep this going back and forth, and we'll just keep everybody divided. And they're now looking at Kennedy going, God, I guess we're probably going to have to shoot another one.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
The fact that they're not, I give shit one about Trump. Whoever's going to vote for him, they're going to vote for him. That's what it's going to be. You know, if he gets back in, he gets back in.
Right.
You know, but the fact that they don't have any other viable option that they're talking about other than Biden is wild.
Yeah, it's nuts.
It is so crazy.
There you got all these Republicans running too, and it's like none of them are making
any type
Vivek
of
Ramaswamy
and
or whatever.
Vivek says good stuff.
I think he's a fucking little prick.
I agree with you.
Every time I see him talk,
you know,
I'm like,
but he can talk.
Sure, yeah. I just don't think I don't want that. When I hear that guy fucking, I don't know, man. It's just the fucking punker in me. The last thing I want is a privatized billionaire, another one running for fucking president again. You know what I mean? It's just whatever. But
Well, that's all of them.
yeah, they're all fucking gross. But
Yeah.
it's gonna be wild, dude. I don't know, but you know what's not gonna be wild, or is gonna be wild, is our 200th episode.
Yes.
Tune on in.
Live. It's
gonna be good.
Live from the Garage Bar, 1091 Scanny Avenue.
Bar and grill.
Bar and Grill.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know, man. I mean, it was fucking. It's been a good run, dude. Even if we strike out with episode 200, I think.
It would just.
I mean, the podcast is over.
Just goes
That's
back
done.
to
We're
201.
done. I'm quitting.
Yeah.
Quitting. I quit the fucking
shit.
podcast. So
So
if
if
you guys
anybody
don't
else out
show
there
up,
wants to, John Scheimer, if you're looking for a podcast partner, me and you, baby.
But yeah, it's gonna be a good time, dude. I think we covered it. It's so nice to be able to sit with you guys again.
Yeah, I agree.
And we got a lot of guests coming up this next year.
Yes.
A lot of really fucking killer guests are getting lined up right now, which is going to be amazing. Look out for that. And I'm just excited to be here, dude.
Yeah, me too, brother.
We love you guys. Hey, check out the Patreon. We're relaunching the Patreon. These episodes are going to be coming out a week, almost a week earlier now. So sometimes when we talk about kind of topical shit, since we're on a week lag, it seems a little outdated. We're going to be relaunching the Patreon. Every episode is going to be up on Patreon almost a week early for $3 buy-in. It's a fucking deal. If you want to support this podcast, it's a great way to do it. It's $3. You know, if you fucking hate it, you unsubscribe. It's easy. You blow $3 on everything. Check us out. Get Heavy Podcast on Patreon.
If the Patreon starts to work out, we can get some people subscribing to it and doing some stuff, we'll do some more unfiltered stuff. You know, it definitely
it'll be wild.
You know, I'd let Craig's clan come out. You know.
What? Anyway, it's been fun. So yeah, check out the Patreon. This episode will be up a week early on Patreon. I'll be making some posts about that. Because, some of you may know, we are in Instagram fucking prison right now, okay? Absolute prison. We've been demonetized. We can't even do a collaboration post. I can barely tag people in it. It's fucking wild, the shit that we're in. All due to you maniacs sending me fucked up reels and me not ignoring every warning and just posting them. So I got violated like 5 times in the month, and they fucking just straight shut our Instagram down.
And violated over nothing, so you guys understand.
It's really not.
There was nothing we said or did.
Yeah.
You guys listen to the podcast, you know. We didn't say or do anything.
It's just the reels that I'm posting on our stories that are getting me in trouble.
Yeah.
So please, if you guys really like our shit, subscribe, hit the fucking notifications bell, and as always, spread the word.
Yeah, and thanks for when you guys get a chance and you come up and talk to us and let us know. We do really appreciate it. You know, Craig is getting tired of hearing how everybody thinks I'm funnier than he is.
God, that fucking pissed me off, dude.
We do enjoy when you come up and say hi and introduce yourself and just appreciate all you guys, man. Love you guys. Thanks for being here with us, and we'll talk to you in a week.
Bye.